we basically, at the end of the last stream of this, had just chosen who we thought the killer was from the first part of the game. I was in a rush, and so I basically just chose something that didn't seem to make 100% sense. So we're gonna see if we end up having some negative ramifications from that, or kind of what's going on. Fine, but if you get reported, you're on your own. I know. Pain in the... Honor Chen. What? According to our investigation, you are the only possible culprit. Hold on, it wasn't me. How'd you land on me? Is that even legal? Can you just accuse whoever you want? Do you even understand games? This is called the tutorial. You think this is a game? Order! An impromptu court is now in session. You may all testify on your own behalf. Afterwards, I will make a final decision. You are a paralegal, okay? Like, this is not how any of this works. Do you have any objections, Miss Chen? I guess I don't have much of a choice. If you're really not the killer, now's your chance to prove it. Fine, then let's get started. I like how we did a full 3-hour stream of this, and they're saying that we're still in the tutorial. Since the office door was locked and the culprit didn't appear in any of the cameras, it's a high probability that the killer is familiar with the building. Of the 6 employees with the key, only one has no alibi, plus the means and a motivation to murder Mr. C. Honor Chen, you are currently the only suspect. You're right, I can't provide an alibi, and everyone knows I didn't like Mr. C, but that doesn't mean I wanted him dead, and I don't know what means you're talking about. You're being way too presumptuous about all of this. I'm not the killer. Your fingerprints are on the murder weapon. I mean, so are 3 other people's, but still. I've taken account of both sides. Prosecutor Truth, please present any evidence you have. I'd like Miss Rue to assist me there, if possible. Huh? Me? Okay. How? What? Just answer my questions. Okay. Prosecution witness, Miss Rue, administrative staff. Where were you during the daytime on March 31st? That was the last workday before the 3-day weekend, so I was at the office like usual. Did Honor Chen come to work that day, or who else was in the office that day? Mr. C came in around 11, and Honor came in at 3 p.m. No one else came in as far as I know. I heard there was an argument that day. Can you describe it? Or maybe did anything out of the ordinary happen? Honor and Mr. C had an argument in the meeting room. It even got a little physical. Please describe the argument in more detail. Honor came into the office specifically to see Mr. C and was really upset when she arrived. They went in and talked for a little bit, and then I saw Honor grab Mr. C by the shirt collar. Mr. C swiped her hand away, and then Honor actually tried to hit him in the face. There was a little struggle, and they broke some stuff in the meeting room. I don't know how long it all lasted. They only stopped once I started to scream. It really scared me, since Honor is usually so chill. What were they arguing about? Mr. C wanted to start making adult Karipa merch anonymously. That made Honor very angry. Was there anything that was said during their argument that you specifically remember? Yes. Honor screamed, "You'll pay for this. Just wait and see." And then she stormed out of the office and slammed the door. As I'm sure everyone heard, Honor Chen was at odds with the victim's recent work decision, even engaging in physical altercation with him. She also left the office with a threat, assuring Mr. C that she would make him pay. That can be interpreted as a declaration of criminal intent, and with it, ample motive to harm Mr. C. I've noted your testimony, Prosecutor. Is there anything you'd like to refute, Miss Chen? It's all a misunderstanding. Please let me explain. Defense witness, Honor Chen, modeler. What Misty said actually did happen, but I was just angry, that's all. I was just mad. I didn't murder him. I texted Mr. C later that night apologizing and everything was back to normal. I know I don't have a great alibi, but I never used that knife before, so how could I be the culprit? Your fingerprints are on the knife. After hearing Misty's testimony, I can understand why you'd think I did it. But it's all a misunderstanding. Misty didn't know that we had made up. I think it's jumping to conclusions to assume that one measly argument led me to murder. Your rebuttal has been noted, Ms. Chen. What do you think, prosecutor? I'd just like to clear up some details, if that's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, I know. I said some things in anger, but I apologized to Mr. C that night. And while I don't have an alibi, I've never used that knife before, so I can't be the killer. Confirm that she really never used that knife before, because we know from the evidence that on the paring knife, there's 4 sets of fingerprints and one of them is Honor Chen's. How does the fact that you've never used the paring knife before prove that you're not the killer? Well, from your questions, I can assume that you think the knife is the murder weapon. As far as I know, Sophie's the only one who uses it, which I figure should make her more suspicious than me. So you haven't used it recently at all? Not just recently. I've never used it once. Can you prove that? That's a stupid question. How could you prove that you've never used a knife before? Can I prove that I've never touched something before? No, but isn't that what fingerprints are for? It's funny that you should say that. Fingerprints, huh? Okay then. If there's an issue with her testimony, I can refute it with evidence. As you've stated, the office paring knife is the likely murder weapon, but I've never used it before. Oh, so I thought that those were the 2 options that we were supposed to present there. I didn't realize that was clickable. Okay. There, present. Present the paring knife. Please turn your attention to Exhibit 1. What is this? You're right, Miss Chen. Using fingerprints to see who had touched something is generally the most direct and reliable method. And this report here is exactly that. A fingerprint analysis on the suspected murder weapon. Pay special attention to this name here. That's right. It's yours. Your fingerprints were found on the knife. Impossible. I've never used it before. How could... Wait a second. I remember now. I have touched it before. It's very convenient that you're remembering this now. I needed a 3D model of someone holding a weapon, so I held it as a reference. Just remembering this now. Isn't that a bit convenient? I'm not lying. Plus, how could someone kill Mr. C with that tiny knife? Wouldn't he resist? He might have, but sleeping pills showed up in his toxicology report. Sleeping pills that you admitted to taking. You may have apologized to Mr. C, but you also admitted to being angry at him. That, combined with the conveniently forgetting about holding the murder weapon, still means that you're our top suspect, Ms. Chen. But it wasn't me. I swear. I have more proof. Do you have something more to say, Ms. Chen? Yes. And I'll tell the truth this time. So you admit that you were lying before. I'm sorry, but I lied about my alibi. I was at home, but I wasn't sleeping. Actually... So... You're claiming to be Karipa's real face. Interesting. Thanks for keeping me company, everyone. See you next time. Catch me if you can. I was streaming last night, so I've got the whole audience of witnesses. That's gotta be a good enough alibi, right? Wait a second. She's lying. I'm Karipa's real face. I was waiting for this. I figured that there was going to be an I am Spartacus moment where everybody was claiming to be, and then really they have to prove that they are the streamer. Which should be easy enough. Let's just go to each of your homes and show me your streaming setup. I was the one streaming last night. You both wait a second. They're both not telling the truth because I'm Karipa's real face. What? Are you both kidding me right now? Shouldn't that be my line? It takes a lot of guts to lie about something like that. But I'm telling the truth. Why is everyone else lying? What is going on here? I'm Brian. Everyone is Karipa. Can someone please tell me what the heck is going on here? They use a vocoder to stream? Yes. And because of that vocoder... Oh, okay, so that's the vocal program, right? Like, that's something that changes your voice? Me again, not being really up on what things are... what things are in my own industry. It's impossible for us to figure out who Karipa's real face is through voice analysis. But wouldn't people want to listen to her real voice? Why would she want to change it? I mean, I can see the pros and cons to it. Maybe, again, you don't want to be recognized when you're out and about or something. Because there's a lot more than just her voice. Karipa's outgoing, bubbly, and she interacts with her audience no matter who they are. That's why she's so popular. What about the IP address? She uses a VPN to spoof her IP, so that's also a no can do. Any account info? All Karipa's account info is stored in Word documents, and they can be accessed and edited by anyone in the company. What about checking all the employees' homes to see who's set up for streaming? That was what I was gonna say. Like, look at their personal computers to see if they have OBS and stuff like that. They all work remotely, so everyone has mics and webcams. Oh, come on! Is this an entertainment company or a spy syndicate? It's said that VTubers fans are always trying to figure out who they really are, so they've implemented some basic anti-tracking precautions. Did we get that search warrant yet? I still haven't heard back from the court. The heck? They're usually so fast. I'll do what I can first. I'd like Detective Haas to show up on their alibis, too. Or to follow up on their alibis. There should also be some info we can dig up online. Can you check into that, Emily? I'll buy you a lollipop. How about you just give me a raise and pay me a salary that indicates what I'm worth? Steak dinner. Ugh. Do you realize how busy I am? Do you think a lollipop will persuade me? Fine, steak dinner. That's more like it. Oh, right. I wasn't able to ask everything in detail last time because of time constraints. What? I'm done talking. Can't you go do something else? That's so rude. Can't a girl enjoy the view? Ew, you're gross. Ow, that hurt. You deserve it. Report. Ah! Sorry to interrupt your little moment there. What little moment? There wasn't any moment. Why isn't that going? There we go. Don't deny it, prosecutor. You'll break hearts that way. Thank you, Saribot. Could you not lecture me, please? Just say what you came here to say. We have some new info about the time of death. What is it? We watched Karipa's stream from that night and saw that Mr. C was leaving comments. What? The last comment he made was at 9:50 p.m. But if he was watching from the office and he was logged in from his computer, then somebody... I mean, admittedly, okay. I thought they were going to say that, like, he was leaving comments until, like, after the time of death or something. And, like, the killer could have been doing that. Like, anybody could have been logged in from his account. But they're saying that he likely died at some time after 9:50. Still, the killer could have been typing as him before 9:50. We checked the IP and confirmed it was sent from the victim's computer. Yeah, but he could have already been dead and the killer's typing from his computer. The computer that was covered in his blood. Okay, that... I mean, there was also the sleeping pill aspect of it, so it might have been that he wasn't dead, but he was knocked out by that point, and somebody was typing from his computer. Yes, which puts the new time of death between 9:50 and 11:30 p.m. Wait. His mouse wasn't bloody, right? Or could he have unplugged another computer's keyboard and used that instead? The victim's computer had security measures in place, making it impossible to add other hardware. In addition, relying on the mouse alone to leave comments would have been extremely difficult time-wise. We tested it. So the mouse can't explain anything right now? Right. Also, we did some more digging into Lilin Entertainment. We were able to make 2 major discoveries, even with Misty Rue refusing to cooperate. First, the company's finances are in great shape. No monetary pressure at all. Second, all messages from Kuripa's main account have been deleted. Deleted? Who deleted them? We don't know, but we do know that they were deleted after the murder took place. Every employee could log into her account, right? You got anything else? Not right now, but I'll keep investigating. If there's anything you want me to check into first, just let me know. Oh, and if you want to have some alone time, just put a sock on the doorknob or something? What? We're not having any alone time, all right? Don't be an idiot. Okay, sorry. What are you looking at? You get to work too. Okay. Let's start chatting with our paralegal. Then we'll talk to Haas some more. And then I guess we talk to all the different people again. We are not ready to accuse anyone. Is something the matter? Investigate? Kuripa's basic info. Hey, Emily, VTubers all have backgrounds and stuff, right? Like their heights and species and stuff? Not necessarily. You mean lore? Yeah, they usually have backgrounds like that. Kuripa's species is computer virus. Why can't she just be a human? Why has she gotta be something dumb like a computer virus? I don't know, I think that's kind of cute. You better not say that in front of her fans, you might get beaten up. Anyways, could you look into all that stuff, could you look all that stuff up for me? Kuripa's lore? Yeah, I'll find some time for that. What about her weekly schedule? Oh, she can only look into one thing at a time. Okay. I don't feel like the basic info is actually going to be... I don't know. Maybe it will be useful because it's the least useful sounding thing, but we'll leave it for now. Hey, Emily. Yeah? Why the heck do people watch... Why do people watch VTubers? Those of you who are here, you've made some choices. Oh, another rude question. Well, I think it's the same as watching any other kind of stream, except for you're not looking at a real person. Actually, I think it could be better than a normal stream if the VTuber uses a lot of cute effects. I mean, I don't specifically use a lot of cute effects, but, you know, I could be angry if I wanted to be, or, you know, if the game is sad, we can have a little sad moment. I often usually forget to do these. You know, we have happy mode as well, but I usually just leave it on plain. There is also, if people are getting on my nerves, there is the caution tape. But, yeah. I don't know, I always forget to set different faces. I still don't get it. Just watch a real person. I mean, I don't generally care if people have, like, VTuber models or PNG tubers, as long as they're not taking up, like, half the screen. That's my big complaint. That's also my issue with the webcams, is, like, if you're gonna put your face on it, make sure that it's small enough that you're not, and be cognizant of what you're blocking. How can I explain this? Do you watch any other live streams, or maybe game streams? No, never. Then you're obviously not the target audience, so just shut up about it. Oh, Emily, that's fantastic. Oh, okay. I do not want to flirt with her. Now what? I think we pretty much asked everything last time at the office, but now we have 3 people claiming to be Kuripa's real face, so maybe we should ask them more about that. Didn't you also say that there were a few details you didn't get last time? There's no time limit this time, so you can get all the info you need. Yep, that's my plan. Oh yeah, and remember to select the Haas option while you're here and assign Detective Haas some work. I was planning on it. Damn, got told there. Exactly. And if you need my help, that's fine too. Okay, let's talk to Haas. Prosecutor Truth, you were looking for me? Yeah, I want you to investigate the alibis. Can you confirm the suspect's alibis for me, please? Got it. I'll make it my top priority. Do you like girls, Detective Haas? Yep, they're super cute, don't you think? It's also like a really inappropriate, unprofessional question. Like, you date them? Eh, why do you want to know about my love life all of a sudden? Sorry, I was just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. How about you don't fucking ask? It's not that I don't want to answer. I mean, yeah, if I meet a girl I really like, I'd date her. So you haven't met anybody yet? I feel like you'd be a big hit with the ladies. I guess I'm still just playing around, so I've never really been on the market like that. Oh, what a playboy. I mean, playgirl. Whatever, I just like having fun. So do you like guys too? Again, inappropriate. Guys? Not really. Not since school. Huh? Around the 3rd grade in elementary school, I liked a boy, but he turned out to like my best friend. Oh. So I had to beat him up, so I beat him up real good, and then I guess he looked so pitiful that my friend started liking him too. Huh? Then after that, I started to realize girls smell really good. What? So it's not got anything to do with that guy anyway. You better be careful around Emily or I might scoop her up. I mean, that's only if she wants you to scoop her up. It's not like she belongs to me. I better not let Emily hear you say that. Why? Everybody has their own autonomy. Trust me, just don't let her hear it. Not gonna lie, pretty standard bi/lesbian behavior. I can see it. Okay, we're gonna summon someone now. Who do we want to bring in for questioning? Pick a color. Think it is? Get it out of the way? Okay. You have the right to remain silent to an attorney and to submit any favorable evidence you think may assist you in this case. Is all of that clear? Coming here always makes me so nervous. Isn't this your first time here? I mean, I just don't like feeling interrogated. I mean, that feels like a pretty big slip up. I feel like if I say the wrong thing here, my heart starts beating really fast. The only wrong thing you can say is a lie. I remember the prosecutor's office having a really nice, comfy room. Again, I thought you just said that you've never been here. Could we switch to that room, Mr. Truth? I might as well get the least liked character done first. Did we like her the least? I mean, she was my main suspicion at first, until the evidence started piling up against Honor. That room is for very special cases only, and unfortunately this one does not fit the bill. But I can be nice, as long as you're cooperative. I mean, that feels like a really weird statement. Hey, I'm always cooperative. Sophie, come on. Can you take this seriously, Miss Allure? This is a murder case, remember? Oops, I've been reprimanded. Sorry. Then let's just get started. Okay. So you say that you're the real face, eh? It's me. Those two are the fakers. Why would they lie? For an alibi, I guess. The murder and the stream overlapped, so it's the perfect alibi. Plus, Coody's real face is a secret, so they could use that to their advantage. But can't you prove that you're her real face? I can give you all of Coody's info, her business deals, stream contents, interactions with regular fans, etc. Isn't this information public? Yes. But I'm afraid it doesn't count as proof. I mean, really, what you do is you just get, like, a couple of extra cops, and you tell each of them, okay, go live. If you're the real face, log in and go live. Whether you have to go to your home or, like, wherever, we got cops to escort you. You log in, and, like, I'll give each of you a code word. Say this on stream, and then we know who it is. Is there anything else that you could use? I don't know what you want me to do. Let me ask a different question. What does this streaming job mean to you? It's just work. Expand upon that a bit, please. When I started at this company, it was just as a virtual idol. Only after Coody started to grow did I talk to Mr. C and start working as her manager, too. So streaming as Coodipa is just part of the job? You could say that, but don't get me wrong. I enjoy being Coodipa, especially the safe distance I can keep from fans. I have enough interpersonal relationships to deal with at the office. If I actually had to interact with fans on any real level, that'd be way too much for me. But your people skills are pretty good, right? Is that the vibe I give you? I think I'm more stressed out than you think I am. Oh, sorry. Last question. Does streaming conflict with your management work at all? Not really. Sometimes it actually helps. How? I can tell clients I have to check with Coodipa, who's actually me, so I can just procrastinate for a bit. Streaming itself can still be pretty stressful, but the good outweighs the bad. Alright then, thank you. Amanda and Hani, of course, or Ani, I think that's what we said that we were going to say for honor. How could they be Coodipa's real face? They're so suspicious. Can you prove that it's not them? Again, proving a negative is not. Sure, I actually came prepared for that. On April 1st, Coodipa was supposed to stream a sponsored mobile game, but there was an issue with the stream. Oh. Our client mixed up our info with an adult streamer's. So we were told to use sexual innuendos to introduce the game. It's quite the mix-up. I checked with them 3 times and told them that we don't do adult streams. But they still messed up and we didn't catch their mistake until the day of the stream. So I was pissed, obviously, and argued with our client for ages. Sounds rough. But how does that prove Amanda or Honor aren't Coodipa's real face? Because I'm the only one who knows about the client's mess up. I mean, can you prove that the client messed up? Can you show us email, like the email chain that you did back and forth with them? I mean, I complained with everyone before about how tiring that stream was, but they don't know it's because I actually had to do the stream. I see. But even if you weren't Coodipa, it still makes sense for you to know about that mix-up since you're her agent. You're very particular. Let me put it this way. If I can prove the other 2 aren't her real face, does that mean that I am? No, not really. I'll think about it. Thank you. Okay, the April Fool's incident. An incident that happened during Coodipa's stream on April 1st after mistakenly receiving the wrong script. Sophia Laura had said that only her and Coodipa's real face know about this. I mean, we would still have to, like, watch the VOD or something to prove that that actually did happen. About the paring knife. I want to follow up on some of the things you said. What kind of things? Well, last time you said that you're the only one who uses the paring knife. That's what I thought, but it seems that Ani uses it sometimes too. I mean, she didn't say that she used it sometimes. She said that she used it one time for, like, a drawing reference. I've also heard that others have used it. Do you want to guess who? No idea. Would you like to tell me? I've heard that you occasionally tell Prudence Weeks to cut fruit for you. Oh, so you've heard. Care to explain? There's not much to explain. Just our office culture, and I don't think that's something you really need to know about. I mean, when you say it like that, I definitely feel like it's something I need to know about. Your office culture? Meaning telling the newbies to cut fruit. That's what you call culture? Maybe custom is a better word? I didn't mention it in case it muddied up your investigation. Actually, you not telling us was worse. Sorry, I had good intentions, I swear. I'll do better next time. Great, thanks. Nothing really jumped out there. Who now? Next character we investigate. I'm sticking with yellow. You got it in first. We'll do it. You have the right to remain silent to an attorney and to submit any favorable evidence you think may assist you in this case. Is all of that clear? Miss Childs? Wow, amazing! I've never been in a courtroom before. It's so cool. Huh. Are you gonna wear one of those gray wigs? Do you have a hammer? Prosecutor, huh? Can I do an objection? This is the district prosecutor's office, not a courtroom, and judges don't wear wigs. That's a stereotype. Actually, it depends on the country you're in. Objection! It's like I'm really in court. It's so cool. Can you stop joking around? This is serious. Do you have that guy walking around with a blue suit on? A little Phoneix Wright reference there. Can I see him? He's my idol. Should I bring something for him to sign? Ms. Childs. Hey? Can we be on our best behavior, please? I think I regret this choice. I don't think I like this character. She's very, like, airheaded, innocent sort of thing. She's not terrible. Oh god, what was... I think it was the orange one that I was like, why on earth would this be anyone's best girl? Like, she seems awful. I had said that the one in brown was my best girl based off of, like, basically just the very first thing she said and how she looked. But when we were interviewing her last time, she did kind of get a little irritating. Yeah. I really want to treat you like an adult here, so can you please cooperate? I think she said last time that she's like 22. Sorry. Can we start now? Yeah. So, you claim to be the real face? Of course it's me. Who else would it be? What about the other two? I want to know as much as you do. Why would they pretend to be something they're not? Well, can you provide any proof of you being Karipa's real face? My room is all set up for streaming, and I can log into Cody's account. Yeah, but they already said that because everybody works remotely, they all have cameras and microphones, and everyone can log into Cody's account. I've just heard that's the same for everyone else too, so can you provide any other proof? How about we change direction here? Can you tell me what you think about streaming? What I think about streaming? It makes me feel safe. Oh. I used to think work was really tiring, but after a while streaming turned into, like, a sort of comfort. Now whenever I feel lonely or sad, I always want to stream. Streaming is fantastic, and the way that I look at it is you guys all keep me on track to actually play video games instead of just watching other people play video games. Like, I have played more games in the last year than I have, I think, in the last 10 years. Now whenever I feel lonely or sad, I always want to stream. Sometimes I even wonder if I'm spending time with my audience or if my audience is spending time with me. I mean, it's kind of both. So yeah, that's what I think about it. I see. Let me ask another question then. Isn't it hard to be an illustrator and a streamer at the same time? It was hard at first, but then streaming stopped being like work to me. It's kind of a way to relax, you know? Because doing my art is so lonely, and then I can use streaming to interact with people. I got it. Tell me about your coworkers. My coworkers? To make this quicker, I'll consolidate my questions a bit. Who do you think is trustworthy? Trustworthy? I guess, Prudence? That's the orange one. Prudence Weeks? Why? She's shorter than me, so I guess that just makes me feel safer. As a tall woman, everyone's shorter than me, or at least most people are shorter than me. At least most women are shorter than me. So that's not gonna make me feel like I'm not gonna trust everybody just because I happen to be tall. That's some reasoning. And hold on, she's shorter than you? I don't see much of a difference. What? She's even shorter than Kuripa's life-size cutout. I'm not even gonna ask what you two get up to with that cutout. Hold on, can you stand up for a second? Stand up? Like this? Don't be creepy. What are you looking at? So when you measure your height against that Kuripa cutout, are you wearing those shoes? I refuse to answer that. What is going on, right? Fan service, that's what's going on. I refuse to answer that. Ask something else. Is there anyone else you trust? I mean, Honor Chen. Okay, can you tell me why? Because Ani's super reliable. When I come across some super weird fans, I always send Ani out to deal with them. And then when it comes to work, she's the best digital modeler in the industry. Then who's Kuripa's real face? You or her? Huh? Of course it's me. I have proof Ani's not it. Oh? What's the proof? Let me find it. Here. What's this? This is a screenshot Ani sent me during a meeting last year. It's a pic of her and Kuri's convo together. You know, because it is completely impossible for somebody to type into chat while they're also streaming, right? Like, completely impossible. You couldn't possibly have maybe another account on your phone or something and type in a message. You know, this isn't good enough evidence for me. Ani usually takes on any work that involves contacting Kuri directly. Then she'll send me screenshots of how it went. We're not supposed to give any info on who Kuri's real face is, but I guess Ani really helped out with these pics, huh? So these are records of you as Kuripa and Honor's conversation together? Yep, so I'm obviously Kuri's real face, not Ani. Then why can't you show me Kuripa's actual chat logs and not just a screenshot? Because Kuripa's messages were all deleted, right? It took me a while to remember that Ani sent me those screenshots. Okay. So that means you trust Honor or you don't? I trust her, definitely. It's just... Why would she pretend to be Kuri's real face now? There must be some reason. Okay. I got it. Okay, meeting records, screenshots of messages sent by Honor Chen after a meeting last year provided by Amanda Childs. They show a conversation between Honor and Kuripa. I want to talk about the sleeping pills again. Sleeping pills? Okay. According to your previous statement, you don't possess or use sleeping pills. Is that right? Right. I don't have trouble sleeping, so I don't really need them. And yet Honor Chen mentioned that you gave her some. Huh? No, I didn't. You've never given Honor Chen sleeping pills? No, I don't even have any, so how could I? Maybe Ani said the wrong person? Alright then, thank you. No problem. Disagreement with the victim. I just want to confirm something with you. Confirm what? On a Tuesday in late March, you had a very long meeting with Mr. C where you were threatened and said you might quit. Can we talk about that? That was already all settled. It had nothing to do with the case. But Mr. C is dead now. Unless that's what you mean by settled. Of course not! Well, if we can just talk about it, then... Well, if we can't talk about it, then it'll be hard for me to determine whether it really has nothing to do with the case or not. Fine. I messed up at work. Huh? When I was drawing a picture for some future merch, I flipped Coodie's left and right hands. Since we already got it printed, we had to throw everything out, and Mr. C wasn't happy. Is that why he threatened you? He didn't threaten me. I just made that up to Sophie. I was so nervous after hearing how much money I cost the company. But it has nothing to do with the case. I even told Mr. C that he could dock some of my salary to pay for it. Really? Thank you. Got it. Misty Rue could probably confirm or deny this. Okay, so that's everything with her. The thing you asked me to investigate before is done. I've updated it in the notebook. There's a lot, so check it out yourself. Some of Karipa's basic info, height, weight, and so on. Thanks, you're a huge help. Uh-huh. Okay, I also want you to look into Karipa's weekly schedule. So is it right that some VTubers put their schedules up online for everyone to see? Yeah, what a stupid question, Justin. How do I expect people to actually come here if I don't tell them what time to be here? Oh, you know about that, huh? Not bad, Justin. Turns out posting your weekly schedule was started by a detective, but not everybody does that. Some people just stream whenever they feel like. Does Karipa do that? Yep, she posts her weekly schedule. Can you look into it for me, please? Yeah, I'll find some time. Okay, do you have anything else to say? No, we've already talked about that. Does Haas have anything different? Still looking into that. I was granted knowledge of this stream through a scrying orb, yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at Karipa's info. Here we go, Karipa's basic info. Some of Karipa's basic info, height, weight, and so on. Her race is computer virus, birthday is July 1st, height is 150 centimeters, weight is 0.004 kilograms because she's virtual. Fan nickname, Carriers. Handle is Karipa, I guess because she's a virus. Fan art, Karipa art. I'm wondering if this is a typo or if this is something important. The fact that because that's like cat ch Karipa as opposed to like catch. So I'm very suspicious about this. I'm going to be looking in for something about that. That's it. Oh no, I just pressed the wrong button. Karipa's CH could mean channel. I know HoloLive's talents do that. It could be, but then why is there cat? Cat channel Karipa? You know? It could be, but I'm suspicious. It could also be a thing specifically for people who are more fans of like VTubers and like HoloLive and stuff like that to throw them off so they think that. So Karipa's greeting. Kudi, I'm the Karipa. Let's get ready to roll. And her sign off is, thanks for keeping me company, everyone. I'll see you next time. Catch me if you can. Like some of that sounds very familiar. It sounds delicious. If you're interested in the recipe, I can see about posting it in the Discord. I can't remember what kind of... I think I used apricot jam the one time I made it because I just had a bunch of apricot jam to use up. But it was quite yummy. Karipa's CP. This means who she's coupled up with, Justin. What the fuck? Yeah, that's not a term I'm familiar with. Karipa's semi-official CP is her agent, Wild Goose, whose real identity is Sophia Lure. Karipa Model 2.0. New expressions, heart eyes, evil face, sleepy. New actions, wave and shake. Okay. Who now? Choose another color. We've done pink and yellow. Pink and yellow, pink and yellow. I'll try to remember myself. Also orange. I was gonna pick orange as well to get her out of the way because she's awful. That's weird. Why was there that little, like, loading? The other ones haven't done that, have they? You have the right to remain silent to an attorney and to submit any favorable evidence you think may assist you in this case. Is all of that clear? Can I just stay silent the whole time? Nope. Let's get started. I mean, you did just say that she has the right to remain silent. So yes, Prudence. Okay, like, I understand that he is a prosecutor and not a cop, but all cops are bastards. You don't have to say shit here, okay? He is not on your side. Okay, let's get started. Sorry, I was just kidding. Kidding? You don't have to talk if you don't want to. Okay, I feel slightly better about that. That said, my job is finding the killer, and I need your help to do that. If you do know something and you don't tell me, then we might arrest the wrong person. I know being interrogated is scary, but I'd really love it if you could help me out. I'll do my best. Thank you. She seems different from before. She's determined now. She's full of determination. Look at those eyebrows. It seems to be the main difference that I'm seeing. But what is it? Yeah, it's her eyes. Oh yeah, it's her eyes. Her eyes were all swollen last time. I'll compare photos later. So, are you the real You're like one of the only person who hasn't well, one of the only people who haven't claimed to be the real face. So, 3 people have claimed to be Karipa's real face. What do you think about that? Nothing much. Well, I don't mean to be bold, but somebody's been murdered and now somebody else is lying about it. You must have some opinion on this. It takes a lot of effort for me to even focus my own life. Oh, I know those feelings. I don't have the energy to focus on other people's. So I can't say who's lying and who's telling the truth. Do you talk to Karipa for your work? Sometimes. We ask her opinion when we're working on our merch. How do you contact her usually? Messages. But I don't know why, but it seems like our messages were deleted. So what's your opinion of Karipa? What kind of person is she? What kind of person? She's very energetic. Oh? She seems happy, like she doesn't have a care in the world. I mean, that is a character that is being put on. She's very pragmatic. She doesn't bother other people. You can tell that she's energetic and happy just through messaging. It's because of her exclamation marks. Yeah, I love, it's very true. I saw a joke that was talking about, like, writing a business email. It's like, hello, I'm using an exclamation mark here to show my enthusiasm. And now my next sentence will not have an exclamation mark because I don't want to appear as a crazy person. And now my last one will have an exclamation mark. Thanks so much. Like, it is very much like that. Exclamation marks. She types a lot of exclamation marks. So it makes me think that she's very decisive, cheerful, and happy. I see. So, in general, which of those 3 do you think is Karipa's real face? In general? Sophie? Why is that? Sophie's also very decisive. Makes me think of Karipa. She's also good at dealing with people. It's also kind of like Karipa. Okay. Alright then, thank you. Can you describe your coworkers for me? My coworkers? For example, who's trustworthy and who isn't? Misty is trustworthy. Oh, right, your roommates. That's funny, because Misty seems like the shadiest bitch here so far. Yeah. Misty's really smart. And really quick. Unlike me. So you trust her? Yeah. And I can trust Honor, too. She's really strong and reliable. So I trust her, too. Okay. Got it, thanks. What is it? There's something I'd like to tell you. Oh? What is it? Amanda might be secretly selling adult Kuripa merch. Doesn't your company not allow that? Yeah. So how do you know she's doing it? Sometimes I go online and I check fan-made Kuripa merch. So I checked and I found someone selling adult Kuripa dojinshi. So dojinshi, for anybody who's not like immersed in anime culture sort of thing, is a fan-done comic. So it is like an actual comic book. Some of them are really impressively done, like professionally published and stuff like that. They're often sold at conventions. There are specific conventions just for buying and selling those. I checked it out and noticed that the art is really similar to Amanda's style. I mean, they're gonna try to mimic her style. Like, I don't think that's that concerning. I was gonna ask what that means. Yeah, no, it's there. Sometimes it'll just get shortened to dojin. I don't know enough about the root words to know if there's like a super different meaning between dojin and dojinshi. But yeah, it's a fan-made comic. Did you take a screenshot? Yeah, here. Please don't put adult material up on my screen. Okay. Did Mr. C know about this? Yes, I told him. I think that was on March 22nd. But there's also this whole thing about, like, him wanting to sell adult material, anonymously. So, maybe Prudence doesn't know, but this could be, like, official merch that is being sold actually by the company anonymously. Can you be totally certain it's Amanda's, though? I haven't confirmed it, but I probably could. This could be very important, Prudence, so please confirm the drawings are Amanda's if you can. Do you think you can? I'll try my best. Thank you very much, Prudence. Okay. Okay, illegal merch. Prudence Weeks found adult Kuripa manga being sold online. Its art style similar to Amanda Childs'. Realizing this broke company policy, she reported it to Mr. Sia on March 22nd. So the fight that Amanda had with, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, Sophia Lore mentioned that Amanda Childs had and the victim had a disagreement, but Childs never said anything about it. Except for, this should be updated because we did ask her about it in the most recent round of questioning, where maybe a drawing mistake? Yeah, Amanda Childs says her disagreement with the victim stemmed from a mistake that cost the company money. I could confirm this with the company's administrator, so we will need to talk to Misty. But the timing for that seems to be around when Prudence is saying that she went to the boss about the adult merch. Swollen eyes. Now that I think of it, your eyes were pretty red when I talked to you last time in the office. I mean, there was a corpse in the next room. Did something happen? Yeah, her boss was murdered. That's because, Molly went missing. Molly? Misty's cat. Cat. Cat CH. Cat CH Kuripa. She went missing the night before. We searched a long time. The night before. That was the night of the murder, right? Can you go into more detail about that? I was napping at home. When I woke up, I felt like playing with Molly, but I couldn't find her. I looked in every room and I couldn't find her. Then I noticed a window open. I got scared. I thought she might have run outside. I changed clothes and went out to find her, and then I bumped into Missy in the hallway. She was coming back home. She told me not to be scared, that she would handle it. And then... Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Sorry to bring up a bad memory. It's okay. About Amanda Childs' alibi. According to Ms. Childs, she had dinner with her family and then, from 7 p.m. onwards, was in her room. Her mother, father, grandparents, and brother were also in the house, including her. That makes 6 people. At 8:40, she left her room to use the bathroom. Her mother, father, and grandma all saw her leave the room. She was also seen outside her home at 12:30 in the morning. By whom? Someone from a debt collection agency. Amanda's brother owes some money. Okay, so that's a pretty concrete alibi for 12:30 at least. And before that, she was always at home? We can't verify that for certain. Oh. Ms. Child's room is on the first floor with a window leading outside. I mean, I should hope that it has a window leading outside. That's a fire safety thing. We found broken leaves outside that window, most likely stepped on. Meaning she's gone through that window before? It's highly likely. Okay, got it. About Sophia Lore's alibi. She lives in a fancy studio on the 4th floor. Her building has 24-hour surveillance and security. She was... Okay. Yeah, you can guide the raid at the end of stream. We're not raiding out for another hour, over an hour. She was caught on camera 3 times that day. The first time was 11:22 a.m. as she was leaving, and then again at 11:43 a.m. coming back. We assume that this was to buy food. The third time was a bit more suspicious. At 9:02 p.m. she walks over to the elevator but doesn't press the button. Instead, she turns around again and leaves, and then doesn't show up on camera again. The camera doesn't show where she went? No. Unfortunately, the security camera at her floor's emergency exit broke on April 17th and still hasn't been fixed. Have you determined whether or not she left through that emergency exit? Not yet, but we'll continue investigating. Sounds good. About Honor Chen's alibi. She lives in a shared house out in the suburbs. It's a bit older where she lives, so security footage is lacking. It's been tough for us to follow her tracks. That said, we did find a witness. Oh? One of Honor's housemates, a female student, knocked on her door at around 8:10 p.m. Apparently there was a bug in the student's room, and she wanted Honor to help. I've done that. There was a bee in my apartment once, and so I had to get my neighbor to come and get it because I'm so terrified of bees. Then what? She knocked on Miss Chen's door for a few minutes, but nobody answered. Finally, their housemate heard the knocking from her own room and then came out to help with the bug, so at least we know the knocking was loud enough. According to the student, Miss Chen's light was on and there was music and talking coming from her room, but she couldn't tell who was talking. I mean, that could be that she was streaming. You know, maybe she was streaming, she had headphones on, she didn't hear the knocking, or was otherwise occupied, or maybe she just had something playing. Okay, got it. Now a bunch of Prudence Weeks and Misty Rue together since they live together. Okay. They live in an old building. There's a security camera in the main hall, but a few other ways they could leave the apartment without being filmed. Prudence never left the apartment that day, or at least she was never filmed. Ms. Rue left that morning at 8:30 a.m. and then returned around 10:35 at night, judging by the time she went to work. Apart from that, Ms. Rue was caught on cameras around the facility numerous times from 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. She says she was looking for her missing cat. Okay. We've also confirmed the rest of Ms. Rue's alibi. She left the office at 5:23 p.m., then saw a movie from 6:55 to 8:35. Finally, we have her at an Italian restaurant from 8:50 to 9:55. The boyfriend corroborated the alibi, and we have their ticket stubs. That said, theater staff said it was crowded that night, so nobody can confirm whether or not Ms. Rue actually was there. And it's an older theater without any security cameras. So apart from her boyfriend, no one can confirm that Misty Rue was actually at the movie theater? Correct. How long from the movie theater to the scene of the crime? About 20 minutes. What about the restaurant? The restaurant has cameras and waitstaff confirmed she was there. Do you know the last time before the murder Prudence Weeks left the apartment? Yes, she went to the office the day before the murder on April 19th. She left her apartment at 1 p.m. and returned at 8 p.m. She didn't leave after the murder until the police called her out for their records. Okay, got it. Finally, let's talk about Faye Ward's alibi. She lives alone in a fully equipped apartment building and didn't go out that day. She ordered delivery both at 12:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. The first floor security guard and camera both saw her picking it up. We've also made sure that there aren't any other ways she could have left the building. So basically, Ms. Ward's alibi is the tightest. You could say that. That said, one thing is pretty strange. Faye Ward said she was with her friend at the time of the murder, but there aren't any signs or records of anyone else being there. Not even on the cameras? Nope, not even the days leading up to it. You don't think she's delusional or anything? No, we've checked her medical records and there's nothing like that. Still, even with the mysterious friend thing, Faye's alibi is the strongest. Okay, got it. That's everything we have about our suspects' alibis. Anything else you want to know, Mr. Truth? I mean, you don't have anything else for me to select, so... I think you're still working on yours. Yeah, still working on it. Okay, who next? Pick another color. Purple, brown, or black? Brown? Okay. Okay, that one did the little like the loading thing as well. Didn't you summon the suspect over? Shouldn't she be here by now? I don't know, I haven't heard anything. It's already been 15 minutes. How are they not here? I just got off the phone. Apparently there was a delay and they'll be here soon. They better not be evading court. I don't think they are. I think they're here. Ms. Ward, do you know that you're 16 minutes late? Ms. Ward? This is kind of creepy. Get back here! What's wrong? That's my line. Do you know what your role is here? But I was just giving you a performance because I was late and I wanted to apologize. That scene is super famous, you know? You should be I have no idea what they were referencing. Nobody told you to give any performances. Do you even know why you've been summoned here today? Are you mad? Seems like Mr. Prosecutor's temper is cute today, too. What do you mean my temper is cute today, too? What the heck does that even mean? What are you getting mad for? It's not like I said it's Shut up already! No one even says that anymore. I have no idea what they're referring to. Yeah, that's the thing is I like Faye's character design, but her actual character itself is a little out there. Okay, okay, calm down. You're scaring me. And whose fault is that? Deep breaths, Justin. Deep breaths. If I had a golden axe right now, I'd be chopping suckers up. I'm assuming that is that a reference to the game Golden Axe? That is a surprising reference to make here. Can you just be normal, please? That's rich coming from you, Faye. I should be saying that to you. Please stop being weird and just cooperate. Who do you think Kadipa's real face is? It's not me. So who do you think it is? I don't know. I'm not really close with any of them. You're not close with your coworkers? Look, some people just want to keep it surface level, and that is fine. I have no problem with making real friends out of coworkers, but I have definitely been rebuffed before by a couple of coworkers who their whole thing is like, work life and private life are completely separate. I just come in here to do my job and get paid, and I don't really want to do anything social or to talk about my life in any way. And I'm like, okay, like if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Like, everybody has their own different boundaries with that, you know, that's perfectly fine. I guess because I'm the newest employee. And we always work from home, so it is hard to get to know people as much. You don't have to interact with them for work? Not really. Only with Sophie. Sophie Allure? Yeah. Why? Because she's in charge of collaborations, and that has to do with project management. So I need to talk to her more. Do you talk to Karipa? Of course. She's who I talk to the most. How does it feel interacting with her? For some reason, she's who I talk to the most, and like, Faye's kind of weird at it. I'm expecting her to go like full kind of like yandere and be like just completely obsessed with Kuripa for some. I don't know why I just got that vibe. Eh? How does it feel? Let me think. Makes me feel happy? I don't really know what I should say. I just think she's cute, and it makes me happy. But thank you for calling that out, and the fact that it didn't take. So frustrating. That's it, really? Anything else to add? No. Okay, got it. Tell me about your coworkers. My coworkers? I'm really not close with them. Are there any that you feel are more trustworthy than the others? Yeah. Sophie Allure has a motive. Oh? What makes you say that? Sorry, I can't say. Then why should I believe what you say? I'm telling the truth, okay? If you want to convict Sophie, I can testify in court. You could prove it during your testimony. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. She is like one of the weirder people. Her personality is just kind of strange. From our discussion today, there's something I have to admit. I think you're very suspicious, Miss Ward. Me? Do you think I killed him? No, you didn't. No, I didn't. What's your proof? Well, I'm too cute. Yeah, that doesn't cut it. What? I'm too cute and innocent to be guilty. Only lolicons deserve that kind of thing. She is weird. Cuteness is righteousness. Cuteness is innocence. So there's no way I did it. Ms. Ward, what the heck are you talking about? Ms. Ward? I'm not Ms. Ward. I'm Captain Ward. What? Set sail for the open seas. Get back here. Can we just throw her in jail for being irritating? That's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say. I have to be careful with this kid or I'll totally lose the plot. So you're willing to testify against Sophie Allure in court? Yeah. I have good evidence, I swear. Alright then, thank you. Faye Ward has agreed to testify against Sophie Allure in court, shedding light on her motive, but we won't know the details until the day of. I mean, you could ask her. Just fucking ask her. She's lost her mind, right? Okay, tell me about your alibi. I just wanted to confirm with you one more time. About the night of April 20th. Where were you? At my friend's house. With my friend. Can you give me any proof? What the fuck is that ultra-wide Polaroid? They don't come in that size. At least I've never seen anything like that. Like there was the Joy-Cam ones that were kind of a weird size, but I have never seen this kind of panoramic Polaroid before. Where is this? My apartment. This is from your apartment CCTV on April 20th. Can you explain how you could be at your friend's house and your own apartment building at the same time? But I was really at my friend's house. Does your friend live with you? Look at this. I was with him. Where is this? This is my friend's house in VR universe. Can I smack this idiot? VR universe? You don't know what Second Life? You don't know what VR universe is? It was made with a brand new engine, but it's VR. Or it's VR, but it's just like real life. You can't tell the difference. So you were playing a game with your friend that night? Well, strictly speaking, it's not a game. It's more like software. Don't split hairs about this, you idiot. So your alibi is VR. Because I was with my friend. I can prove it. Who's your friend? I can't reveal his identity. Listen, I'm not disparaging you for what you enjoy, but this is a real-life case in the real world, and I need real details. So for this case, at least, I hope you can see the difference between virtual world and the real world, okay? I'm sorry. I mean, like, she could make she could try to claim that there's something like server logs, like a login, logout time, that there's different, like, there may be things that she can prove through this to say that she was in this game and actively playing during the time of the murder. Not just like booted it up and then left it on idle sort of thing. But that really will depend on what sort of things are captured by that game. Okay, yes, we should have more information from Emily now. Scaretta, so tired. What do you want to eat tonight? Fried rice? Too oily. Ramen? We just ate that last week. Holy crap, then you choose. Hey, Justin. Karipa's streaming. What? Haven't we suspended her account? No, not until we get a search warrant, but I figured they'd stop streaming for the time being. Important announcement. What is she gonna say? Hey all, it's Karipa. I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. Tonight's stream might be a bit uncomfortable for some of you, and Kuri's sorry about that. But Kuri has to announce something very important tonight. I, Karipa, may be forced to graduate from Lilin soon and leave the company. The reason being, on the night of April 20th, the last time Kuri streamed, our beloved boss and company founder was murdered in his own in his own office. It's the green on green there. I completely misread that for a second. Kuri has unfortunately been targeted as a suspect and is currently under investigation. That is why, until tonight, you haven't been hearing anything from Kuri. And although Kuri has been labeled as a suspect, none of you have to worry. Kuri was streaming at the time of the murder, so there's no way I could have done it. And I'm sure all of Kuri's little carriers can band together and support Kuri on that, right? Now, what makes Kuri most nervous is there are people out there pretending to be me. They're taking advantage of Kuri's secret identity to pose as Kuri's real face and secure an alibi. And these people who've always stood by Kuri's side. Kuri never thought she'd have to doubt her very own family. It's all because of you that Coodie's been able to get through all of this. You're all the best little carriers Coodie could ask for. So this is like complete bullshit. Like, not what she's saying, but what I'm about to say. Like, I noticed that she has like a triangle pin, and Amanda Childs has a triangle hair clip. So it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, is this a subtle nod to the fact that Amanda is her real face? Would you mind chatting with Coodie to keep her spirits up? Coodie's just too stressed out and she needs her carrier support. How about just explaining things to the audience? I don't think it would be that easy. She streamed without the authorities' permission. She doesn't want us to know who the real face is. Oh, right. What's this graduation she just mentioned? She's a student? Oh, VTubers use the word graduation to refer to something like retirement. It's a sad thing for fans to hear their favorite VTuber is graduating. It's pretty serious, actually. Huh. But she didn't really need to bring that up just now. Unless she has other motives. Notify the police and get ready to contact anyone suspicious after the stream. I'm gonna call everyone and see who doesn't answer the phone. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, how can I confirm that the stream is actually live and not pre-recorded? You can interact with her in the live chat. She's answering comments right now. Let me give it a try. I can't believe this. Is everyone else okay? I wonder what our name is gonna be. Oh, thanks for your support. Coodie can't say much right now because everything's under investigation. What's the murder weapon? Oh, that's us. But Coodie saw everyone at the office before. They're all okay. You idiot! Why didn't you donate? Why would I spend money? You have to. That's like the basics of basics. You don't have to spend money. But I'm just trying to solve a case here. Do you not see how many comments are whizzing by? How would you even expect her to see your comment like this? The more you donate, the more likely she'll answer your questions. Seriously, fine. At least it's not coming out of my pocket. Why would Coodie be a suspect too? Wait, all I see is back. I can't... What am I supposed to be interacting with? There we go. Well, if it's not coming out of our pocket. Actually, every employee at Lilin is a suspect. I'm pretty sure it's just a part of their procedure. There's nothing to worry about, everyone. What's the murder weapon? Coodie doesn't know. There was a suspicious knife found at the scene of the crime. Well, that's probably not the murder weapon. Is this a graduation announcement? It's not. Coodie just wants to tell everyone what's happening. That's why Coodie started the sneaky stream. Is Coodie just one person? That's honestly what I've been wondering, is if multiple people at the agency actually have been, like, all think. I mean, there's no way that they could do that, right? Where multiple people all think that they're the only person. As there would have to be times when the others are live that you don't know about. Coodie actually didn't get permission for this. Is Coodie just one person? Yes. Coodie's longtime carriers may know that Coodie uses a vocoder. This is how other people might be able to impersonate me. But Coodie only has one real face. means only one person has been making friends with all of you the whole time. Rest assured. Who's the imposter? You're one of the authorities, aren't you? Are you the prosecutor? Cootie might have said too much. Either way, Cootie's already answered all of your questions. We had no chill. Finally, Cootie wants to remind all of her carriers not to believe every conspiracy and rumor that starts popping up. Only Cootie's words are the truth. Remember that. Anyhow, Cootie will do her best to set things right and get back to streaming as soon as possible. That's all for today's stream. Good night and carry on, everyone. They're telling us to wrap this up as soon as possible. The last stream garnered a ton of attention from the media. It was even on the front page of a number of different publications. Couldn't the police go check up on everyone right now and see if any of them is streaming? Or am I not getting the plot of this game? No, exactly. Like, they could. And that's one thing, is that they were trying to... They said that they were going to try to call all of the employees to see who picked up their phone while the stream was live. So... I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we managed to get through to, like, one person, but, like, other people don't pick up the phone, so it's still a mystery. The last stream garnered a ton of attention from the media. It was even on the front page of a number of different publications. They're feeling the pressure up top, so they want us to finish up ASAP. We don't have enough evidence to make a conviction. How can we wrap it up? Maybe they could let me take matters into my own hands, then. Well, you can't just ignore them. Mr. Truth, test results are out. This is a bad time. The vibe in here feels a bit off. Don't worry about that. What test and what results? Right, this one's about the murder weapon. Prints on the knife are the same as we collected previously. Trace blood amounts on the blade have been confirmed to be the victim's. Also, analysis of the wound shows the incision doesn't exactly match those that would normally come from a paring knife. I'm so sorry, prosecutor. Let me get this straight. You said that the paring knife shows traces of the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprints, but that the wound doesn't actually match up with the knife? Yes, that's correct. Still, those test results do point to the paring knife being the most likely murder weapon as of right now. Thank you. Justin, you're not thinking. If our little mock trial before could push this case forward, then bringing this to actual court might not be such a bad idea. How did it go contacting everyone after the surprise stream? Here, so this is, Dermot, this is the thing where they were... I mean, don't contact them after the surprise stream, contact them during it. Only 2 people answered the phone during the stream, Prudence and Misty. And those are 2 of the people that are not claiming to be the real face. Do we have who's claiming? I guess not. But I'm pretty sure that the people who are claiming are Sophie, Honor, and Amanda. It's the top row people. And so the only people that they were able to get a hold of are Prudence and Misty. Both of them were at home during the stream, and to confirm that they were together, the police had them switch phones. So our 3 suspects claiming to be Kuripa's real face didn't answer the phone? Great. How was the response online? Pretty lively, to say the least. Experts started doxing the Lynn employees and guessing who the killer was. Ah, Reddit. Lynn is good at protecting its employees' privacy, though, so I haven't seen anything convincing pop up online. All right. Thanks, Emily. Okay, I think we have... Oh, there we go. The thing you asked me to investigate before is done. I've updated it in the notebook. There's a lot, so check it out yourself. It's a schedule, right? Oh, it might not be in here yet. There we go. Kuripa's schedule for the week of the murder. It shows that April 17th was meant to be a collab, but it was changed to general chat at the last minute. Thanks, you're a huge help. Uh-huh. Okay, I need you to investigate this as well. But first, we're gonna look at that information. Karipa's weekly schedule. Not gonna lie, it's not a bad schedule image. Okay, slow strike cyclone, date with colors, station number 4, free talk, and spiky head detective. Free talk date got cancelled. Okay. Oh, I see. Color is a different streamer. Or something. Monday, fighting game. Tuesday, general chat changed. Wednesday, horror game. Thursday, general chat. Friday, break. Saturday, detective game. And Sunday, break. Hey, Emily, what does eating marshmallows mean? Marshmallows is a site for submitting anonymous questions. Basically, fans send anonymous questions to the VTuber, and when they answer those questions, it's called eating marshmallows. Oh, I thought it was actually about eating marshmallows. Apparently, Kuripa was doing marshmallows on the night of the murder. Could you look into that for me? At this point, why don't you just watch it yourself? You seem pretty into it. No way, it's embarrassing. It's your job, Justin. If your thing was like, I'm too busy, I still have more suspects to interrogate, that would be one thing. They're like, no, I don't want to do my job. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing. Plus, why would you ask me to do something you think is embarrassing? Seems pretty disrespectful. Oh, please, you love watching that stuff. You know I've been super busy lately and... whatever, fine. Okay. I doubt that Haas has anything different, but we're still gonna just double check. Oh, surprise stream, okay. Look into the suspect's alibis for the last surprise stream, please. Got it. I'll make it my top priority. We are not going to accuse. We are not ready. So we have purple and black left. Any choice there? Black? Okay. She's also the one that we accused in the first stream of this, because there was kind of like a phase 1 sort of thing, and we accused her of being the murderer. She didn't have a good alibi. She had fought with the victim previously and said, basically, I'll get my revenge. And her fingerprints were on the knife, but she claimed that she had never touched it before. The victim also, not only were they stabbed or killed with a knife, they have sleeping pills in their system, so they were unconscious when they were murdered, and she has admitted to using the same type of sleeping pills. You have the right to remain silent to an attorney and to submit any favorable evidence you think may assist you in this case. Is all of that clear? Haven't you found the killer yet? I'm sure we will soon if everyone cooperates. She seems very obvious it could be a red herring, 100%, especially because that was just kind of like the tutorial. So I was kind of expecting her to bust out with some sort of evidence to say like, oh, it's not actually me. Because a lot of the evidence, like more than one person uses the same type of sleeping pills. There is, what was it? Four sets of fingerprints are on the knife. Multiple people didn't have an alibi. She was just the one that like it all seemed to kind of line up for. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm sure we will soon if everyone cooperates. So you threatened me and I have nothing to show for it. I'm sorry about that, but we've actually had a major breakthrough. Regarding whoever's faking being Kuripa's real face. I just want to know how long Kuri's streaming ban will last. Strictly speaking, we haven't banned you all from streaming. But there was a murder, so it'd be advisable to stop temporarily. Oh man, I want to stream so bad now. Huh. I get crazy if I go too long without being Kuri. Can you please let me go stream now? We'll see how you all cooperate. I'll do the most cooperative cooperation of all time. I'll answer whatever questions you got. Great. So, you claim to be the real face? It's me. Who else could it be? Well, there are other people claiming to be Kuripa's real face, so that's who. Do you have any proof? I know everything there is to know about Kuri. I mean, that's literally your job. That doesn't prove that you're her. Species, virus. Birthday, July 1st. Height, 150 centimeters. Weight, 0.04 kilograms. I believe that that's all correct. July 1st, 150. I remembered the 0.04. Yeah. Our favorite things are... Let me just interrupt you for a second. All of these things are public information, right? Or at least things everyone in your company would know. How could any of that be considered proof? Well, your entire question is ridiculous. How am I supposed to prove that I'm myself? Real people could give fingerprints or an ID, but Kuri is virtual. I've said all you need to do is get a couple of extra cops. The three people who are claiming to be Kuri, like, okay, go live. If you need to go to like a different office, if you need to go home, whatever, that's fine. You will be escorted. Go live. That is how you will prove that you are the real face of Kuri. So I think you can either make a decision based on your conversation with us, or you can convince Misty Rue to reveal our company secrets. What is this? Philosophy 101? Fine, let me change the question. Can you tell me what streaming means to you? It means love. That's a bit vague. Can you be a little bit more concrete? If you have to explain magic, then it's not magic anymore, is it? You get it, right, prosecutor? Even as a streamer, I have no fucking clue what you're saying. Well, I'm not here to see a magic show. I'm here to investigate a murder, so please be more specific. Streaming represents our longing and fantasy for the virtual world. Oh? It displays two sides of the same coin. One is my own longing, and one is the audience's. The commonality is that we're all dissatisfied with the real world. By embodying a virtual avatar, the audience can project that longing onto me. This is so... yeah. Like, the entire reason why I have a little avatar type thing is just so that way you guys can see the mouth move when I talk. Because sometimes I find when people don't have... like, when they're not on cams or they don't have, like, an avatar up, like a reactive, it can be a little difficult when you're here to tell the difference between when they're talking and when characters are talking. So it's literally just so that way you guys can see when I'm actively talking. That's the whole reason I got this. That's my explanation. So what are you longing for? I wish I were cuter. What? Got something to say? Nope, nothing. My looks, my voice, my height, none of it is what you'd consider cute. So I take the form of Kuri to fulfill those fantasies. I mean, I can understand this to a certain extent. Again, being a tall woman, there's a while that I was really into the Japanese street fashion, gothic Lolita subculture sort of thing. And there are other styles of like loli fashion that would suit me more, classic loli, really. Which is a little bit more kind of like vintage Victorian looking, and some of like the goth or punk or like the aristocratic sort of stuff. But I remember being like, you know, putting that many ruffles on an almost 6-foot frame. That's a lot of ruffles. Like I felt like I would look ridiculous. So I can understand that, like, you know, I have that desire to be like tiny and cute and stuff like that, like just wanting to present yourself in that different way. I get that. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let me ask one more question then. Does streaming get in the way of your modeling work? No, if I don't finish something, I'll put in overtime. With love, nothing is insurmountable. I do feel, again, we were talking last stream about how, because I'm not very into the actual, like, VTuber meta. I feel like her work is some of the work that would, like, you need it less often, because she is like, she's a modeler, she does the rigging. And that's not something that you would need to redo for every stream, or you would need to update fairly frequently. So I feel like if she is the face, there would be like the least impact on her real work. What a model employee. All right then, thank you. Tell me about your coworkers. I think Prudence is trustworthy. What makes you say that? She's timid and has a good personality and finishes her work on time. I can't imagine her lying or cheating, so I think she's trustworthy. I mean, that just means that she's pulled a really good con on you, right? Okay, anyone else? Sophie is definitely not trustworthy. She's obviously not Coody's real face. How do you know? She always sends me work messages while I'm streaming. Streaming takes the utmost concentration. How am I supposed to respond to work messages while doing it? Can you show me some? Sure, let me find one. This should be good enough. Work messages sent between Honor Chen and Sophie Allure during Karipa's stream, proving Sophie can't be the real face. So why would she be lying? For an alibi, I guess. Otherwise, she's good with a knife, takes sleeping pills, and has no alibi. Tack on her bad relationship with Mr. C, and she almost definitely did it. That's why she's lying. I see. Let me ask you about Amanda Childs. What about her? Well, both Sophie Allure and Amanda Childs are claiming to be Karipa's real face, but you only find Ms. Allure suspicious? Sorry if this is too direct, but Amanda's just a little kid. Amanda's in her 20s, okay? Mentally a kid at least. So I really don't think she's being ultra calculated about any of this. Only 23, yeah. If you want to get info out of anyone, Amanda's probably your best bet. So as for her pretending to be Coody's real face, well, she must have her reasons. It sounds like you trust her. Honestly, I was surprised. But we're both Coody's parents, so I guess she feels close to her. So for your context here, Dermot, this was explained to me as well last stream, because like I said, I'm not up enough on some of the VTuber knowledge. But the idea of a VTuber's parents, the artist, I guess, is usually referred to as the mother, and the person who does the rigging is referred to as the father. So Honor has often referred to herself as Coody's papa. So if you see that and them talking about being parents, it has to do with like the art job that they do for the character. Either way, I don't think she has anything up her sleeve. Got it, thanks. Last time you said you got some sleeping pills from Amanda Childs, right? Yeah? So? Well, Amanda firmly denies it and says that she has never used sleeping pills. Could you go into a little more detail about that? More detail? Around mid-March, I had really bad migraines and couldn't sleep. One day, Amanda and I were both at the office. That day, she was super busy with a draft or something, but even then, she noticed I wasn't feeling well. I don't really know much about like proper VTuber stuff either. The culture and like the community around it is something that I am like woefully ignorant of. I told her I had a headache and she said she had some medicine that might help me. It turned out they were sleeping pills. I swear to God, if I had a migraine and someone was like, oh, I have some medicine to help you with this, and instead of giving me like a painkiller, they gave me a sleeping pill, I would fucking murder that person. Don't give people medication with over the counter, especially not prescription, without telling them exactly what it is. Could you sense anything off about her around that time? Off? No, she was just busy. Do you have any of it left? Maybe the box? No, sorry. Can you remember a more specific date? I remember it was a Friday, so must have been March 10th? Got it, thank you. Okay, tell me about the surprise stream. So what was the point of that surprise stream? I didn't start that stream, it was a fake. That is very important information. Because if it was a fake, if you are claiming to be the real face of Karipa, but did not run that stream, that means that multiple people are able to log on and go live as Karipa. So that cannot be used to prove who is the real face at all. You can't trust anything said on there. Oh? You know all of us had access to Cody's account. Starting a stream during a case like this, trying to throw you off course, even spouting nonsense like she's gonna graduate, you should lock them up and throw away the key. And again, in case you weren't here when it was explained earlier, graduation in the context of a VTuber refers to them kind of retiring the character. They may stop streaming altogether, or they may have a different character that they debut and start streaming as. And who is them? I bet it's Sophie. She'll drum up fake news sometimes just to increase traffic. It's like her to use a word like graduate to kick up some noise. So where were you during the stream? I went out to eat and forgot to bring my phone. You guys tried to call me, right? I saw a missed call when I got back. I can tell you where I went to eat. I passed a convenience store on the way. I'm probably on their cameras. Okay. Sophie is just so sketchy. I know she'll keep saying she's Cody's real face and that she did that stream, and probably something stupid like, you can't trust family. But she's the real imposter. She'll just keep insisting she's not because she needs an alibi. I don't know who your other evidence points to, but as far as this surprise stream goes, it's Sophie all the way. I see. I'd like to ask you about viewer XYZ001. I just have to say Sophie is very smart. 3 questions since she figured out your identity. And the questions she asked in response were pretty sharp too. You really have to catch her. Got it. I'll take that into consideration. Okay. We have... I don't think we have anything extra that we can do. Yeah, so that should be solved after the next interview. As well as this one, I believe. Oh, there's another thing for medical records, but we can't get the... Okay. She's still working on the... I'm surprised she's still working on the surprise stream because we only have 1 person left to interview. Although I imagine that we might be able to re-interview some people with the additional questions that we've got. But let's bring Misty in. You have the right to remain silent to an attorney and to submit any favorable evidence you think may assist you in this case. Is all of that clear? So the last time wasn't normal procedure, huh? Last time was a special situation, but I still went by protocol. But you didn't read us our rights, did you? Miss Rue, my goal here is to catch a killer. For that, I need everyone to cooperate so I can collect information and come to a conclusion. I know you're very smart, but I don't know why you constantly seem to antagonize me. This should be very straightforward for you. Unless there's some reason you don't want me finding Mr. C's killer. You're starting to assert yourself, I see. My job is to catch a killer, and I take that very seriously. Sorry, it's a bad habit I have. Sometimes when I get anxious, I talk back. It helps me feel in control. Now that I said that, will you go easy on me? I want the killer to be caught as much as you do. Trust me on that. Then you might want to start cooperating. So I'm the one under scrutiny today? I guess you are a real prosecutor after all. Let's just get started. Okay, real face. She is the only person who supposedly actually knows who the real face is, because she is the administrative assistant and is in charge of payroll. So the real face is pulling 2 paychecks. They're getting paid for their surface job, whether it's artist, merchandising, you know, stuff like that. And then also getting a paycheck as the talent, as the streamer. So tell me, who is Karipa's real face? I haven't seen a search warrant. We haven't gotten it approved yet. But knowing Karipa's real face is key to solving this case. Can't you see that? Okay, I get it now. You're playing a game with me. What game? For you, keeping Karipa's real face as a secret is more important than finding the killer. For one reason or another, you're adamant about keeping me in the dark. And that reason is... I actually wondered if all three of them were a real face, but they don't seem to know it of each other, and I can't imagine a situation where this would actually play out. Keeping silent gives you the upper hand. Still not talking. She doesn't want it getting out who the real face is. Basically, she's trying to keep them from being doxxed. So to her, like, in her perspective, this is part of her job, and that there is no reason for this information to come out. He should be able to solve the case without knowing who the real face is. Still not talking? I have to say, from all of our time together, I can tell that you're a very clear-headed, smart woman. If we worked together, we'd have this case solved before dinner. But if you're really gonna play this game with me, then game on. Of all the prosecutors that could have been put on this case, I'm really glad it's you. Admit it, she's also the only one with like gradient eyes, I think, and it really makes me want to do my nails in a purple to yellow gradient. Thank you. I wish I could say the same about you. Tell me about your coworkers. What do you want to know? Who do you think is trustworthy and who isn't? There's more to Honor. Oh, there's more to what Honor was talking about last time. More to what? When she said she smoothed things over with Bossman. That may be true, but she was still angry. How do you know that? I remember it was April 6th. Honor and Bossman were both in the office. I came out of the bathroom and saw Honor was peeking into Bossman's break room through the blinds. When she saw me, she immediately backed away. Then we passed each other and I could tell she was fuming mad. What was she looking at in Mr. C's break room? Well, I walked by and peeked in there myself and saw Mr. C reading Kuripa fan-made adult manga. At night, Honor stayed latest in the office before leaving. But first she went into Mr. C's break room and took that manga. She read a little bit and then started flipping out and breaking stuff. She ripped the manga apart, smashed a potted plant, and even broke a bunch of the stuff on her own desk. How do you know? I checked the security footage. The next day, since that plant was mine. We were joking in the previous stream that the plant was the real murderer. There was a couple of plants in the background, and I'm like, that plant looks shifty. Then I told Bossman about it, and he said he'd taken care of it. Do you have proof? Yep, I have images from that security footage. Here. She said images, but really I'm only seeing the one. Okay, so like ripped up manga panels. This is, I guess, smashing the plant. It looks like it's currently in the process of being thrown. Yeah, there was also the cardboard cutout of Kuripa also got accused. So are you saying that Mr. C was selling this adult manga and Honor Chen may have wanted to harm him because of that? It surprised me, actually. Honor can be a bit direct, but she never usually makes a scene. Even when a fan pisses her off, she thinks twice about arguing with them. I guess that means this really, really pissed her off. Can you tell me about that adult comic? I remember you said you hadn't seen it yourself. One day it just appeared in Bossman's office. I don't know when. Maybe when I wasn't there? It was actually earlier than I thought. I figured printing it out would take longer. So yeah, I knew it was in his office, but I didn't go read it. Okay, got it. Anything else you want to say? I think Prudence and Sophie are trustworthy. Why? If I didn't trust Prudence, I wouldn't be living with her. Sophie, she can be a little calculated, but the company is always her first priority. She's been like that ever since she started here, at least. All right then, thank you. Okay, so the office tantrum. From security camera footage, Misty Rue discovered that on April 6th, the Honor Chen had stayed at the office after everyone else went home, finding the adult Kuripa manga and Mr. Again, it says Mr. G. His name is Mr. C. They must have changed the character name at some point. This made her angry, and in a sudden rage, Honor Chen began destroying everything around her. Because I feel like we've only seen Mr. G in some of these little boxes. every time it's somebody's dialogue, it says Mr. C. So I feel like they changed it and they didn't catch like one batch of things to update. Ms. Weeks said that you're her roommate? Yeah, we live together. Did you see her on the night of April 20th? Yep, I came home around 10:30 and she was there. Do you know if Prudence was home before that? I assume she was. She doesn't go out much. But I can only be sure about 10:30 and after. Okay then. Thank you. Ms. Weeks mentioned your missing cat. Because that happened at the same time as the murder, could you confirm some details for me? About Molly? Okay. I came back home from a date with my boyfriend at around 10:30 p.m. and bumped into Prudence right outside our door, and she looked panicked. I swear that during the first round of evidence, alibis. See, there's the murder picture. This was the murder scene. Amanda, Sophie, Honor, Prudence was home sleeping. Roommate Misty Rue can confirm this for after 10 p.m. but not before. I guess this doesn't, because she initially said that she was sleeping and that Misty came home and woke her up, but the next time we talked to her, she said that she woke up and realized the cat was missing and started looking for it and left the apartment and ran into her outside. Yeah. Interesting. Bumped into Prudence right outside our door. She looked panicked. She said she just woke up from a nap and couldn't find Molly, and one of the living room windows was open, so she was afraid she got out. And even though Molly's my cat, she's actually closer with Prudence, so she was really upset about it. I figured her being so upset wouldn't help find Molly, so I tried to calm her down first. She cried on the couch for a while and then fell asleep. She fell asleep? Really? I get it. Sometimes I've, that emotional release, there have been times where I've, ended up taking a stress nap after being very emotional. I guess she was so exhausted from crying and worrying. I thought that might be for the best since there wasn't much she could do anyway. So I put up some missing cat posts online and then went out to look for her, but I couldn't find her anywhere. It was already late, around 12:30 p.m., so I figured I'll deal with it the next day. Who knew the next day at the office Mr. C would... Is this the first time Molly went missing? No, she's run out before, so I wasn't that nervous about it. But it was the first time with Prudence around. All right then, thank you. Okay, we are gonna save. We will go into slot 3. And that is gonna be it for today, my friends. I'm not sure when we're gonna get back to this game. I really do want to finish it out and see who the real VTuber face is and who the murderer is. But we have just such a stacked schedule. So it's gonna be a bit until we can get back to this one.